Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Senator Feinstein, it's nice to be before the committee, and I'm proud to be here with my fellow Senator Manchin, to introduce our friend Frank Volk. I believe that he is exceedingly well qualified to serve as the District Court Judge for the Southern District of West Virginia. As Senator Manchin has mentioned, Frank is a lifelong West Virginian who grew up in Morgantown. He graduated from St. Francis High School, where my father gave the commencement address at his graduation ceremony. My father made it a point throughout his career to speak to students. He hoped to inspire young people towards careers in public service. So I was proud that Frank remembered my father's speech years later. Frank earned both his undergraduate and law degrees at West Virginia University, and he served as editor-in-chief of the West Virginia Law Review. He is now a resident of Cross Lanes. Senator Manchin mentioned his wife Angie and his two children, Garrett and Lauren. Garrett just graduated from West Virginia University and will be entering dental school. And Lauren will be graduating this year from Nitro High School and will be attending West Virginia University as a Bucklew Scholarship, which is the top 20 entrance into West Virginia University. We know they're watching, and we know they're very proud of their father today. For more than 20 years, Frank has served our federal courts in West Virginia as a law clerk, where he earned the respect of attorneys and litigants from across the state. During that time, he worked with some of the highest respected judges in our state, as Senator Manchin mentioned, Fourth Circuit Judge Blaine Michael, and also U.S. District Judge Charles Hayden and District Judge John T. Copenhaver, Jr. I'm going to take a minute to talk about Judge Copenhaver as well. He took senior status, as Senator Manchin mentioned, at age 93. Frank told me this morning that even at his senior status at age 93, he's still the last one to leave the federal building in the evenings. He created this vacancy. Judge Copenhaver has served the federal bench since 1958, becoming a referee in bankruptcy when Dwight Eisenhower was president. Judge Copenhaver was elevated to the district court by President Gerald Ford in the 70s. Throughout his more than 60 years of service on the bench, Judge Copenhaver has distinguished himself as one of the knowledgeable, professional, and respected members of the federal judiciary. And Frank served under Judge Copenhaver for more than a decade, and I know he will continue that same standard of integrity and respect for the rule of law in his own judicial service. I also know that Judge Copenhaver is very enthusiastic about this nomination. In 2015, Frank was appointed by the judges of the Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit to serve as our U.S. bankruptcy judge for the Southern District of West Virginia. He also serves as selected as a faculty member for the Federal Judicial Center, training other bankruptcy judges in 2017-2018. He's been elected to serve a 2-year term as one of the 2 associate editors of the American Bankruptcy Law Journal, demonstrating the respect his colleagues have in the legal profession for his scholarship. And for more than a decade, Frank has taught courses in bankruptcy law and federal civil rights at his alma mater, West Virginia College of Law. Based on his experience as a judge and an educator and his service to our federal court system, Frank is clearly qualified for the promotion to the federal district court bench. Vince Cardy, who has served as a professor at the West Virginia University College of Law for more than 50 years, taught Frank as a student and recommended him to become an adjunct professor. Professor Cardy recently wrote to me in support of this nomination saying, quote, "I have known Frank through his work as a practicing law clerk, bankruptcy scholar, and federal bankruptcy judge. His work on all these positions and endeavors has been excellent. His reputation beyond reproach, and I can personally attest to his honesty and character. He is highly intelligent, patient, calm," we could use a little of that around here, "calm and strong. As a federal district court judge, Frank Volk will continue to do the honor of the court, the country, and the people of West Virginia." That is high praise, but praise that is well-deserved. President Trump made a wise choice in nominating Frank Volk to serve as a district court judge. I appreciate the committee holding this hearing today, and thank you for the honor of letting me do an introduction. I hope you will join me in supporting his nomination. Thank you.